Hello, today I'm going to be reviewing my Echo CS-310 chainsaw. This is a gas-powered chainsaw. I've had it for a couple years now. I'll go over the pros and cons of it, as well as any secret tips that I've learned. So first, I will point out it's gas, which means you're going to have to do regular maintenance. You're going to have to change the oil. You're going to have to clean the filters, clean the engine, all of that stuff. Depending on your usage, that will be more often or less often. Generally, for me as not a business owner, I find that it's useful to do that at the start and the end of the season, just to make sure that things aren't getting gunked up and that it's running optimally. If you're someone who's running a lawn care company, then you're probably going to want to do it monthly, possibly more often, depending on how heavy a usage you have out of this. If that's the case, though, you probably know that already, and you've already built it into the maintenance of your tools. Okay, so for everyone else, you can ignore that part. It's pretty easy to use. It only has a 16-inch blade, and so it's just over a foot is the cutting area. So you can get some thin trees like these could all be taken down by this beast of a machine, but if you're going into like commercial logging, this is not the tool that you would use. What's nice is you do have the nice guard right here, and so this is going to protect your hands from getting too close. It should protect your hands from any debris that might be shot up, any wood chips, things like that. So as you're holding here, this will give you the fine control over the tool while you're using it, and this will keep your hands safe. Hopefully. Now, little things can flow through here, but it has these holes here, these gaps, so that you can see where you are. So this is for visibility, right? So as I'm cutting, I can see where the blade is. Okay. With that in mind, I do recommend using proper protective gear, depending on the job and your requirements. Maybe that's gloves, but probably eye protection. And for me, my ears are pretty sensitive, so I like to wear headphones. But if you have other types of ear protection, that'll work for this as well. This is louder than my electric tools by a long shot, just because it has an engine, and that's just what happens when you have an engine. But yeah, it's pretty easy to use. So you have your safety here, and then you have the trigger that will turn it on. You have to make sure that you pull this, just like your lawnmower. You got to pull this to get it started. Sorry, a spider jumped on me. Anyways, so this is where you fill up your gas. Make sure that you check the maintenance manual just to know I always forget the ratio of the gas that you have to mix. So I always have to look it up whenever I do that. I apologize. I just don't know offhand. But make sure you do that when you're filling it up. So if you're going to be running for a really long time, you should probably have that on hand. Otherwise, you're going to have to stop pretty frequently in order to refill. This isn't a gas hog. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you're going to be going for hours, you're going to have to stop. So keep that in mind. I do think that Echo is a very strong brand, and so that's why I purchased this brand, because they make a lot of really good products. You can see this is held up really nicely over the years. I haven't had to replace my chain or anything on it, so I'm really happy about that. It's held up nicely, but again, depending on your usage, that might vary. So that's about all I have to say about this. It's a really good chainsaw. It's served my needs perfectly well, and so I hope this was useful, and thank you for watching.